Nothing stays the same. We know that the only constant thing in life is change. We watch days escape into obscurity when night gives way to mornings like yesterday's pain is more bearable. Time transports us from one world to another, from what we've known to what we've come to accept. Our parents' mistakes, visitors, and tendencies too hard to reject. If you met the sins of your father, would you recognize them? We sat on concrete walls whilst others played penny up the wall. We used to call it pitch and toss. Sipping on a cold can of Dr. Pepper that would hit the spot. Running through the aisles of Paul Meadow to where a bus would stop. The days where time was at our disposal. Bike rides. We pedaled our way to mischievous endeavors like regardless the weather, we conversed with the sun and the rain in a similar tongue. Looking at our school timetables trying to figure out which period was fun and which one needed truanting. Lunches at chicken shops, peering through each other's boxes to see who had the fewest wings. The good old days. It was a Sony Ericsson Walkman before the iPhone. Before Wi-Fi, it was an AOL modem with a dial tone. It was A. Arthur, Dennis the Menace, Cartoon Network that we had our eyes on. Channel U for new music before GRM Daily on YouTube. Infrared and Bluetooth before the airdrop. Gosford Street barbers for a haircut. Projectors did not descend from the higher heavens. It was TVs on wheels that Mr. Rutherford used to complain about. And the closest thing that we had to social media were Bebo, Habbo Hotel, MSN Messenger. And if there weren't a main, then their name wouldn't appear on your bio. Endless nudges. BRB, it's dinner time. Then you come back on but appear offline. I remember MySpace dilemmas. The pressure of choosing your top 8. Like, mate, I thought we were cool. Why are you acting like you ain't got space? House parties. Agro Santos. I got a free yard, man. Before Magnums, it was Lambrini at Pinley Fields or Cali Park. The venue on a weekend if you had any bars. The good old days. The olders and the ends told us to never become what they became. But in trouble, we hid under their shadows and the reputation that followed their names. Deep inside, we sensed the longing for change. But their road to transformation remained elusive. And by the time kidhood came out, we were tracing their steps in the same 110s, carrying the same elaborate excuses, forgetting that a person become whatever he or she chooses. There weren't many stabbings and shootings. Disputes resolved in fist fights, then you carry on moving. No Snapchat to archive the moments, so when it was done, it was done. And if your jaw got spun, there was no video with millions of views on TikTok to evidence it. So it was easier to forgive than to interrogate it. Change is inevitable. Yet when it comes to generations, it feels like each is a consequence of the preceding one. For the longest time, we've been raised by modern day elders. And our parents are yet to understand the dynamics of our environment. They don't understand how a youth can earn enough stripes to warrant the title of older. And he or she might be the very thing that guides your child in and out of focus. Like fragile petals scattered by passing breeze, are the whispers of lost childhood embracing their chance to lead, like they were led. You see, every mistake we make is destined to visit those next in line. So who bears the burden of responsibility when the present seems to reflect the consequences of a former time? But wait, those were the good old days. My mother's tongue danced effortlessly with the syllables and rhythms of her mother tongue. Her voice, gentle like whispered secrets, revealed the depth of love. Words gracefully composed. I heard melodies when she spoke. Symphonies of hope as her gentle cadence loosened the burdens of the world. Life and death are in the power of a mother's tongue. A child's heart can be cradled, crumpled, cut, or caressed by the choruses that their mother sung. Today the waters were troubled. I struggled to stay afloat, my arms fatigued, legs barely kicking from the pressures of the current. In desperation, engulfed by the waves, I called her name and waited. And waited. I eased my eyes shut. Just as one closes a book, his story completed, never to be revisited. But Mama's always told me to speak. But in that moment, I froze. Because home has always been her voice. And I felt homeless. Marci's son, Imelda's only one. This one's for the orphans, better turn the volume up. Better weigh up who's real to see who will hold you up. No need for new friends, some old ones had to live to level up. I was dancing with the devil, slinging pebbles on my pedal bike, Bible in my backpack, wondering what heaven's like, thinking does God forgive when circumstances got you here? If D never told me choose, I probably would have done some years, but ignorance isn't bliss when you ain't blessed with a good start. Always had a good heart. Have mercy, good Lord. Meant well without knowing what being well meant. Lost in amazing bewilderment. Wilderness is real life unfiltered it's. Clearer than the day we used to choke and spliffs. Young like life was us more chances. And people's spirit, careful who you mixing with. You can miss me with that blood over water crap. It's who was there and who wasn't like a photograph. They do it for autographs. I do it for more compass. Like a black Moses. I'm trying to play my part. We'll make it, dog. Without faking, dog. Being patient, dog. We waiting, dog. My boy got section, that situation still hurts me now. But liberation he shall see like Mason Mount. Conversations on mental health never raised the brow. Till bro heard voices and couldn't fade him out. But you can't break a king. You can only tilt his crown. So look around. It's the rise of the misfits. Have your mind aligned with the distance. It's a marathon, never a quick sprint. Who you're broke with, hope you get fixed with. And life's never black and white, no, it's mixed with. A lot of red, a lot of grey, a lot of risking. And you can be a victor or a victim, a vicar or a vixen, a flicker or the flicting. At the end, it's just you and your reflections. So take the message fully. Rest in peace to Tulia, another Aldermoor baby who spat hustle fluent. I know depression fluent. I pray you find some light in everything that I'm doing. We'll keep your name alive. I finally know my why. I finally know it's time. I went from slow replies to John, name your prize. Yeah.